Hello and welcome back. I'm Nick,
And I'm Sarah.
and this is Beyond the Closet.
They're gay?
So this episode's gonna look a little different.
Yes.
So this past week, last week we said go ahead and start role model, and we did start some of role model. However, we are not to the point. We didn't make it to the point where we need to be quite yet, because I unfortunately was sick with a bug for how many days? 3?
Like almost a week.
Almost a week. It was a while. It was rough. It was not fun.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do any reading, which was really unfortunate. So we're kind of just here to talk today about, how we're doing, how's our week been,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and some other fun stuff like LGBTQ news and all that kind of stuff. And we're just here to chat. So that's what this week's episode is going to be. We will be talking about Tough Guy chapters 1 through 13 next week. So you can start reading those still, just still stop at 13, and then we'll talk about those on episode 13. But this is episode 12.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is wild. So how have you been? How are you doing today on April 23rd, 2026?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah? Why are you exhausted?
Because we just spent the last week moving, week and a half.
Right.
Moving house.
Mm-hmm.
And this is within the past 2 years my fourth.
Sorry if the ice machine's making noise.
Third or fourth time moving.
You have moved a lot.
Yeah.
I've moved twice in my life, and one was from Georgia to here.
Yeah.
And then the other one was from my parents' house to here.
Yeah.
Or no, that's a lie. I lived in Milwaukee too. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Keep going. Continue.
No, you're good. So I moved out of my parents' house in 24.
Yeah.
And then 25,
Mm-hmm.
the summer of 25, I moved out of a shitty apartment with my roommates into a really nice one.
Yeah.
And then after that, I decided I wanted to, for financial reasons, moved back into my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 1, 2, 3, moved out of my parents' house, moved apartments, moved out back into my parents' house.
Yeah.
And then I lived there for a good portion of a year.
Yeah.
And moved out into a house with my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
And that was...
It's a beautiful house.
It is. It's a really nice, beautiful house, but I am so tired of moving.
Yeah. Is everything there yet or no?
Not really.
No?
No.
Oh my god, why did I think everything was there?
Because
Fuck.
I still have some stuff left at my parents' house, and Alex still has a ton left at his mom's house.
Okay.
So
it takes time.
Yeah. And we'll do that over the summer. We'll get everything figured out and situated.
Yeah.
We have a couch coming in May.
Yes. I remember you sent me a picture. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep on it. I hope that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's totally fine. That's the whole reason why we bought it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
It's not for you guys. It's for the guys.
Yeah. We sit on the floor.
Yeah. You sit on the floor. Yeah. Correct.
Yep.
Claire and I are looking at a new couch too soon. So yeah. That's so exciting though. I get why it's exhausting though, especially with it's definitely more of a commute for you.
Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't give up that commute for anything.
That's what I'm saying. And when I came and visited, I was like, ooh, girl, I might have to come crash here a few nights. Because, it's right by my work, and I think that would be convenient for me to come over, maybe next Monday I can come over.
Yeah, please do.
You want to chill? You want to watch a movie or something? We could watch Daredevil.
We could. Mm-hmm. We can do anything we want. Alex has a TV in the bedroom. You can go fuck off in there.
Perfect. So that's why you're exhausted?
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I like.
How are you doing after being sick for so long?
Oh my god, I was a train wreck. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
so at first I thought I was like poisoned by chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk betrayed you.
I know. I was so upset. I was like, why?
Oh,
I thought we were close. What happened?
That reminds me of Ben with the calzones.
Yes, yes.
The calzones betrayed me.
So, okay, listen. So it's partially my fault. I love chocolate milk, and I wanted to just have something to eat before I went to bed. I'm also a night eater, which I really need to stop doing.
Mhm.
But
I don't think there's an issue with that. TBH, I don't think there's an issue with that.
so I chugged 2 glasses of chocolate milk. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I went to bed and I was like, oh, that did not sit right. My stomach started cramping while I was sleeping. I was like, this is not good. This is bad. And I woke up and I was like, oh, my stomach kind of feels weird. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, lucky it was one of my days off, but I was still like, shit, my stomach kind of feels weird. And Claire was like, well, maybe go to the doctor. And I was like, no, I mean, it's not that serious. It was just cramping.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm like, okay, now I feel lightheaded. Now I feel like you know that feeling when you have COVID, when you feel like you just like, where you can't do anything, like you feel like your body's just like numb.
I'm dead.
Yeah, you feel numb, like you can't like do anything. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. So like I was very like, whoa, I don't like everything kind of felt like I felt motionless. I felt like I couldn't do anything.
Kind of like paralyzed.
Yeah, I was like, I
sleep
just
paralysis.
don't want to do anything. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. And I was like, okay, something's wrong. So then there was a lot of throwing up, which was that's when I knew, okay, I should probably go to the doctor now. So
Yeah.
I went to the doctor and they were like, yeah, you probably have a bug of some kind. And I was like, well, damn it. And I had to work the next day, which was rough because I actually like my job. So
Congratulations.
yeah, but I had to call them and tell them, hey, I'm not coming in. And I love the people I work with a lot. And they're very supportive of like, they're like, if you're sick, you're sick. You're not gonna, we're not gonna be mad at you for being sick. That's beyond your control.
Yeah.
Very understanding. And I love the management over there. They're very great. Love them to death. They're awesome. So, and then I was like, okay. So I had Friday and Saturday off because told me to take some days to rest. And then Sunday, it sounded like there was some stuff going on that I needed to be a part of. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can come help out on Sunday. I go in on Sunday. I do what I'm supposed to do. Halfway through, my stomach starts acting up again. And I'm like, be so for real. So, because I'm getting mad at this point. At this point, I'm getting mad, not even like a little concerned because I'm like, oh my God, am I like dying or something? But I'm also like, I need money. Let me work, please. Like, for the love of God.
Honestly.
So I go home early and I'm like, okay, if I'm not better I said if I wasn't better by today, then I'd go to the doctor. I am so much better now.
Good.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I was so exhausted. I couldn't do anything. I read a little bit. I made a few videos for Nick Widow, but like, it just felt so exhausting and I felt like I haven't been able to do anything. And it's been kind of rough. So other than that, I've been pretty good. I did a lot of cleaning yesterday.
Yeah, you told me about that.
A lot of organizing. I definitely want to like do stuff with. Sometimes I randomly have this burst in like wanting to impulsive like reorganize my entire house.
I feel that.
Or just like buy things that I know I don't need. But then again, I feel like there's so many spaces in my apartment that could have something there.
But also try not to be maximalist.
Right.
Try and, this is a happy medium.
Right, exactly. Now. So, but I'm also like, oh, but this is so blank.
It's not though. It's got a lot of character.
Yeah, but there's some areas that are pretty blank. Like my room has some blank spots. My bathroom is so blank.
Valid.
So I'm like, I feel like I could be putting some stuff.
You could get a really cool new bed frame.
See, that would be nice. I would actually love to have a bed frame.
Yeah.
One, because I think that I like my bed frame now, but the only reason I have the one that I have now is because it's cheap.
Yep.
and it was from Amazon, and it was a quick thing for an easy move.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, "Ugh, I might need to get like a legit bed frame because my pillows will fall in between like the. I don't have
Get
a back.
one.
I don't have a headboard.
Yeah, you
I
should get a headboard.
I should get a headboard of some kind because my pillows fall.
What about a footboard?
Or yeah, one of those two because I hate the way the end of
What
my bed
about-
looks.
What about
What
the
about
ones-
just a whole new bed, whole new mattress, whole new comforter, everything?
That's like 2 paychecks. 3.
Real. 5.
Well, because I was thinking, what about the furniture from your parents' house? I mean, isn't that
That's not mine. I'm not allowed. I'm not. I love my parents to death.
they wouldn't?
And this is no shade to you if you are watching this, but that is their furniture that they spent with their money, and therefore it
suppose-
stays there.
I
Because
wow.
my
okay.
room is guest room 3.
Okay, but like my thought was like that was your furniture that you used,
Correct.
and so.
But they bought it. You know what I mean?
Okay, but like to be fair, my parents bought my furniture, and yet I still took it. And
Everyone
so-
works differently.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not used to
I
that.
mean, if they gave me the opportunity, then yeah, I would have taken it. But like, I think they wanted it because they wanted to use it eventually for their own guest rooms because they do have a lot of company over,
Valid.
and we have a lot of family that visits. And I think we want to give our guests, they want to give their guests the options of upstairs or downstairs because we have the 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then we have the
It's the Olorio.
the Oliaro Hotel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but we have
Oliaro
the
Hotel.
basement guest room too, which I don't. But like some people prefer that because it's chillier down there. Some people like it upstairs because it's warmer. But I didn't mind just because I wanted my own stuff, like my
That's valid.
own stuff. So
Yeah.
I didn't really mind that,
Yeah.
and I am not mad at them for keeping that. If anything, it belongs there because it looks better there. If I brought it here, it would kind of look out of place actually.
Valid. I feel like
Um,
your room here is small.
It is. My room here is much smaller.
Yeah.
And I also was telling Claire too, I was like, I don't want to get anything that's built already that we can't fit through the door. So
True.
I don't want to take anything apart. I want to build everything in here, and then if we move, then we're to take it apart and we rebuild it there. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, it's not too bad. But other than that, I've been good.
Can I tell you about my? Well, actually, no. I'll just let you keep going.
No, I was done. What's up?
You were done? Okay.
Yeah.
Because going back to the whole being sick part, so there was like 3 days there where I don't know what I had.
That's what I'm saying. So I was
But-
like, oh my god, did I get you sick too?
I don't know what was going on,
Mm.
but it was the same days as those.
I had diarrhea too.
Yeah,
It was bad.
it was.
TMI.
Okay, but no, hang on. This is our normal conversation.
This
You have to
is
hear
this is how it goes. You have to experience me and Sarah having a normal conversation, and this is what it is.
It was during those awful thunderstorms.
We had like 3 tornadoes.
Yeah, we did.
That was crazy.
And during all 3 tornadoes, I was shitting my pants because I think it was like Tuesday, the first day back at work, when the sky started to turn green.
Yes!
And I started to turn green.
She said you're the Wicked Witch. Alphaba's here.
And so I got into work, and I was telling Stevie, I'm like, I don't feel so good. She was just like,
I don't feel so good.
and she was like, is it because of the weather? And I'm like, maybe. And then I walked away, and like a few minutes later, right before service started, I felt so bad because there was things that I had to be doing,
Right.
and like people's food I needed to cook.
Mm.
But I looked over at Stevie, and I know things were bringing in, but I was just like, I'm so sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And she goes, okay.
Yeah.
And so I was in the bathroom for like 20 minutes, and it was, do you remember how we talked about the plug?
Yes.
It was literally, I thought it was just that.
No.
And then after that comes out, it's just whoosh! It doesn't stop. It didn't.
doesn't
And
stop.
it didn't fucking
And
stop.
it burns.
And then do you ever think it's over?
Yes.
But then you go to wipe.
And you're like, oh! Yes. All the time.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I wanted to be done. Why is it still coming out?
Yeah, or like it's not even coming out yet, but you just like you wipe.
feel it.
Yeah, and you feel like that there's more there, and then you get the chills, and you're like, oh god.
You just sit back down.
I had to flush that toilet twice. Once while I was sitting on it, and then I was sleeping.
Just leave it there for your coworkers.
I should
No! Don't do that. Oh my god. Anyway,
have. Oh my god.
so
That was an average conversation.
enough about poop. So my
I know what part you're gonna edit for the clip.
what am I gonna edit?
The
Who says I'm-
plug.
I wasn't planning on it. I was planning on keeping that in.
Yeah, but for the clip on Instagram.
Oh.
I know what part you're gonna put on Instagram.
Just a sound effect. Or a cork popping.
Yeah.
Happy New Year! So thank you for coming to our poop talk. Okay, we're back. We needed a second to reel it in. But so my parents recently, they went to Atlanta because my dad was there for some work, and my mom likes to tag along. We got family down there.
Yeah.
I think I've told you about my cousin Margaret before.
Yes.
I think she was gonna come to C2E2, but she ended up not being able to.
Yep.
But she's talked about coming. I think she might come next year. So, but she's the one that was like, "Oh my god, tell Sarah I love the Destiel shout out."
Yes.
Yeah, that's Margaret. So I found this from her. My parents gave me this and said, "Hey, this is from Margaret," and I was like, "Okay." So we got our first fan mail here on set to open. So let's see what we got in here. So I know. Okay. Oh my god.
Cute. Theme stickers. I love that.
I think they're Heated Rivalry themed.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god, I love them. They look really cute.
What do we do with these?
I know. I'm like, where can we put some of them?
I don't have my water bottle.
Your water bottle's right there.
Not that one. That
Oh.
one's not worthy of these stickers.
Oh. But it came with a note. It says, you want me to read it out loud to you?
I want that we didn't even kiss.
You can take that one if you want. But listen, do you want me to read it out loud or do you want to read it?
No, you read it.
Okay. To Beyond the Closet podcast. Hello, Nick and Sara. I'm writing to tell you both how much I love and appreciate your show. It's released a little late at night in my time zone, so it's become part of my weekly routine to drink coffee and watch you guys on Friday mornings.
Aww.
You're always so entertaining, and I find your discussions so fun, even though I've never read any of the Game Changers series myself. I've included some Heated Rivalry stickers. I hope you like them. I found them at a convention. Shout out to the artist. Oh, they have their Instagram. I can maybe drop that in the link. At Emmy Sharks on Instagram, and instantly thought of you guys. Keep up the good work. Your number one fan, Marge.
That's so cute.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
That. Thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where we can put some of these. Because I feel like we can put some on our binders. Okay, you can have We Didn't Even Kiss, but I get Will You Come to My Cottage this summer.
Okay, fine. Fair trade-off.
But you can have Liar. He is Liar. Liar told you that.
You say that one so much, you have to keep that one.
Which one? The liar?
Yeah.
Me when I lie.
Me when I lie.
What about So Being Boring is Genetic? Do you want that one?
Wait.
Here, there's a lot on there. These are really cute. Thank you, Margaret.
Okay, I want We Didn't Even Kiss.
Yeah, you can have that one.
You're looking very pretty today.
Mm-hmm.
and so being boring is genetic. I want those 3.
You want those 3?
And then you should have wow genetic, because that's like the response to.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. We'll figure out what to do with them. I'll put them because I know we want to do a lot of redecorating, and we might relocate at one point. We don't know,
Yeah.
but we're kind of just collecting things as we go. We can kind of figure out what to do with them as we go.
Yep.
But thank you, Margaret. I'm glad we have someone that watches the show because I
Yes.
don't know if anybody really does. I mean, we don't even have 100 followers on Instagram. We just started this,
Yeah.
so I don't expect there to be like
A ton.
fans, you
Yeah.
know. But honestly, spread the word, Margaret. Spread the
Yeah,
word. Tell
please
your
do.
friends. Tell your friends to watch it. Tell your, you know, whoever else. I know Leo might be interested too.
Okay.
But yeah, feel free to spread the word. If you want, you can send like it to your friends. You can send them our link tree, which can be found in our Instagram bio. If you don't have Instagram, just ask me and I'll send you the link tree link. So what else do we have to talk about today?
Well, there is, so I found some articles
Okay.
within the past 10 years. Good news in the LGBTQ community.
Oh, perfect.
And I have 3 bookmarked and saved. This is gonna be cold. Suffer. Okay. All right. So this is from a website called Good News Network,
Okay.
and it is. I just discovered this last night. So it's a really nice website where you can find good news instead of all the terrible news that we always see.
Yeah.
So in 2019, Rainbow Railroad has been helping LGBTQ citizens help escape oppressive nations to freedom and sanctuary. So, though many Western countries have come to embrace equal rights and protections for LGBTQ citizens, other world governments have not been so progressive. And that's where the Rainbow Road comes in. Similarly to how the Underground Railroad helped African American slaves escape to freedom, the Rainbow Railroad is a nonprofit that has been helping hundreds of LGBTQ people from all around the world escape their oppressive governments. Over the course of the last 5 years, the organization has facilitated the evacuation, transportation, and resettlement of almost 550 people.
Jeez.
In 2018 alone, the group helped rescue 198 people.
Wow.
Read by the organization's website, in countries all over the world, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, and intersex people live in basic fear for their freedom, their safety, and their lives. They often have nowhere to turn because their government and police not only tolerate but encourage this brutality. Rainbow Railroad exists to help these people get out of danger to somewhere safe. In the spirit and with homage to the Underground Railroad, the mission of Rainbow Railroad is to help LGBTQI people as they seek safe haven from state-enabled violence or persecution.
Interesting.
Yeah, the article does not say who it's run by, but yeah,
that's amazing that everyone's escaping that government because nowadays it's crazy what's allowed now and like shit like that. That's insane. I heard some good news too. I've heard some. So I really think we should go one of these days together. It would definitely be good for our podcast and it'd be good for us to go there together. It's called BookCon.
I want to go so bad.
Have you heard of it?
Yes.
So Rachel Reed and Jacob Tierney were there this past weekend talking about Unrivaled, and they were talking about Shane and Ilya's wedding, and they were Rachel Reed posted on her Instagram story, and I just thought it was so true the way she did it. It was just like it said Rachel Reed when someone asked about Shane and Ilya's wedding. She was like, I feel like they would just be like, one of them would propose, and then like they would be like, "Yeah, let's do it," and then they'd go to a courthouse and then just throw a party at their house. And they would, and she's like, none of them would write their vows. Like, it's like she's so right though.
She is.
She's so right though, because like obviously she's the creator of these characters, and I was like, that's so true. And they're talking about season 2 and how sounds like we're getting Troy Barrett, which is
Okay.
exciting, very exciting.
Troy Barrett, is
That's Role Model.
That's Role Model.
That's the one we're about to read, so that's really good and perfect timing.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about that. But, you know, BookCon seems like a lot of fun. Natasha had a booth there,
That's amazing.
which is really awesome, and I think it'd be so fun if we just went one of these days. It's in New York, but that doesn't stop me.
No.
Literally, that nothing stops me.
No.
It's the same place where New York Comic Con was. So
It's gonna be huge.
it's
then.
huge, yeah. So we should definitely maybe go next year if we can.
That'd
Which
be
would a lot
fun.
of fun. Did you hear thunder just now, by
Yes,
the way?
I did.
If there's another tornado, I swear to God, please don't. Guys, we've had like 3 tornadoes within the past few days.
Yeah.
It's been kind of wild. But yeah, we're chilling today. Did you have any other good news or
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 more articles.
Okay.
So in September 8th, 2018.
Okay.
Or at least that's where this article is from.
Yeah, because it's all been the past 10 years, right?
Yep. So this one is a lot more impactful. This one's pretty cool.
Okay.
So India,
Okay.
being under British rule for quite a long time. I don't know when they started underneath British rule, but they passed a historic ruling that decriminalizes homosexuality, which was punishable by up to life in prison.
Oh my God.
So the Supreme Court of India has just passed a historic ruling of homosexuality is no longer a criminal offense. The court repealed Section 377, a 150-year-old law that was instated during British colonial rule, which made consensual sexual activity that went against the law of nature punishable by up to a lifetime of prison.
That's crazy.
Yep. The new ruling, which was announced by a 5-judge panel in Delhi. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Earlier this week marks the end of a century's worth of anti-gay legislation.
That's really impactful, though.
Yeah.
Like, to think that, like, if you're living there and to think you have to go to prison, and now you're like, oh, actually, you don't. It's just kind of like uplifting, you know?
Yeah.
To not know that you don't have to go to jail anymore. That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
But yeah. But 150 years, that was a law.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And it's it's amazing that all of these other countries can be so progressive, and yet America is kind of turning its head around and is like, no, we're just gonna go back to our old ways, which is kind of shitty at the moment. But that's why we have good news, right?
Yep.
So this other one is not totally LGBTQ related, but I think it's still interesting for the teenagers that might be watching us. A free hotline for youngsters has helped hundreds of thousands with everything from homework to sadness. And this is a article by McKinley Corbly, February 7th, 2019. So, this one Twitter post, or X post, by Kids Help Phone. What do I do if I'm fighting with a friend? How do I apologize? What if I want to end the friendship? Young people can learn more about arguing with a friend here. And there's a whole article about that. And so whether kids are simply having trouble with their homework or they're suffering from something a little more serious, there is a team of adults who are ready to help at a moment's notice. The Kids Help Phone is a nationwide hotline service that offers free counseling, support, guidance, and response to Canadian youth teens and children who can help either text, call, or instant message the hotline for immediate assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Where was this when I was in school?
Right? Well, this actually started.
No, we were in school, but like,
Oh, yeah, 2019?
mhm.
Shit. Okay.
That was before COVID.
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
So, for almost 30 years, kids have been using the hotline service
Why are you laughing?
because it came out 30 years before the article was written.
Wait, so you just now realized that this has been around for 30 years? I'm confused.
It's been going on for 30 years before the article was written in 2019.
This organization?
Yeah. So we've had it our whole lives.
I was like, why are you laughing? I don't understand.
So for almost 30 years, kids have been using the hotline service for advice on things like how to deal with a breakup,
Mm-hmm.
LGBTQ issues, coping with toxic friendships, failing grades, dealing with grief, feeling depressed, body image issues, and even child abuse.
I didn't know about this. I mean, I knew there was some kind of source out there, obviously, but like I didn't know what it was. But that's good that that's out there.
Yeah.
I'm thankful and glad that that's out there, especially for kids today. That's great. I'm glad that's a thing. I just didn't know. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I got the help that I needed when I was younger, but
You did.
we. I'm glad that there's good in the world and that there's people are being helped in the world, no matter where we are.
Yeah.
Which is good. Thanks for joining us on this
Yeah.
week's episode. It was a little different, but next week we will be back and we will be talking about role model chapters 1 through 13.
Yep.
And we'll be talking about that, and we will see you guys then.
And if there is any articles that you want us to read
Mhm.
or shout out or put out there, just send them our way.
Send us an email, send us a DM,
Whatever you want
need.
to do.
Yep, sounds good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.